Hello, and welcome to Around the Old Town. I'm Bob Toomey for another edition of this show. Before we start off, I wanted to let people know that we try to do a show with the Abington Education Foundation about their golf tournament, and the scheduling just didn't arise, and also the Rotary Club for their annual silent bidding auction run by Lou Paragona and his crew. So I want to apologize to them that we didn't get them on. Because that's the whole intent of the show, is to try to publicize events that affect Abington citizens and bring up the causes within the community. Having said that, with me today is Darlene Lewis. Darlene, thanks for coming on.
Hi, Bob. Good to be here.
Darlene's with the Abington Senior Center. She does a lot of work down there. And today, Darlene's here to speak basically about the Abington Community Craft Fair. And Darlene, I believe you're the president of the craft fair. You're the director of the craft fair. Can you tell us what's going on with this?
Well, this is our 4th annual Abington Community Craft Fair. It's on October 26th from 10 to 3.
10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes.
Some of you seniors get out pretty late. I want to make sure it wasn't one of these all-nighters.
No, I don't think so. And one important thing to let you know is that all proceeds from this craft fair goes to the Friends of Abington Seniors for activities and programs for seniors from Abington.
And the craft fair, you're going to have knitted goods. I know, like in the past, you've had some tremendous objects like stained glass. And, can you tell us some of the different products?
Actually, she's the person who does that is going to be there again this year. Her name is Aya Heward. She's from Rockland, the art building there. That's just one of the people. I'll give you an example of some of the people who'll be there. Many of these people have been with us all 4 years, and we have some new people. We have Bobby Autry, who's a big hit. She has everything Christmas, all Christmas decorations and stuff. There's Debbie Hendrickson. She calls it All Things Painted. She has tremendous painted objects, and she's been one of our steady supporters. She's always there. We'll have Jeff Keller from the South Shore Wood Turners. They're always there, and they're a big hit because he brings the lathe, and people watch him while he's creating things. Yeah. You know, he has great wooden bowls and stuff. New to us this year will be Tupperware. Someone we met, and we thought, well, you know, this is something that people might be looking for. Tupperware has been around forever, and everybody loves it. We're going to have Roberta Robinson. This is her 2nd year with us, and she has all fleece things, these wonderful hoods and things like that. Jerry Cochran, who everybody probably knows, he's an Abington resident, and he's bringing all his green plants, and they're really beautiful. Sandy Denton is in photography, and she does framing and all kinds of things. We have new to us this year is Jim Craig, who is a relative of Anna Fobiano.
Yes.
And he's going to be doing seashell jewelry. We have the Gifted Hands. The Gifted Hands come from the center, and you know we have all kinds of knitted wear and so forth, knitted and crocheted. But this year we're also doing American Girl doll clothes, and I'll be showing you some things later. This is just an example of some of the people who are going to be there, but it's always a great time. Great atmosphere, and people come back every year, so we must be doing something right.
Right, exactly.
Yes. Of course, we'll have a bake table. And by the way, if anybody wants to contribute anything, on Wednesday, that will be cookie day. And what happens is that people deliver uncooked cookie dough, and they make the cookies in the kitchen. Okay.
Your staff does, or the volunteers do?
The volunteers do. Right. We have a wonderful list of volunteers for the craft fair. Otherwise, you can bring in donated things like, breads.
The store-bought breads and store-bought
No.
Oh, Okay.
Usually it's homemade. That's the
Okay.
whole thing, to
Okay.
get homemade things. That can be delivered on Thursday or Friday, or even Saturday morning early.
Okay. So Wednesday, the 23rd, would be the day to drop off raw dough.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they'll be making cookies all day.
Sure. And then if you have prepared goods, then you should bring them
Yes.
in Thursday,
Thursday
Friday,
or
or very
Friday,
early
or
Saturday.
very early Saturday morning. The only thing that we have to always make note of, if you're bringing things that have nuts, it has to be labeled. And if we can't do fresh fruit items, like something that's topped with fresh fruit or cream.
Oh, like strawberry shortcake.
Well, I guess strawberry shortcake, it's cooked.
Okay.
But if you were going to put fresh strawberries on
Right,
it,
that's what I'm thinking of.
the health,
I'm talking about the yellow shells with.
I know.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you get it out of the bag, the strawberries out of the bag, I don't think that's a problem.
Okay.
But the health department, we have to be careful of nuts. We love nuts, but it has to be marked because some people have allergies.
Sure.
And the fresh cream, you can understand, that could
Sour.
sour,
Right.
that kind of thing.
Understandable.
But we'd love it if anybody wants to bring in anything. Pat Ballou is always asking me, please be sure to tell people I need more food.
Pat was with us, by the way. We originally did this show last weekend, two weekends ago, and I was in charge of the audio portion. It did not come out, so we're doing this on the fly right now. I wanted to apologize to Pat because she was with us.
Yes.
And we're not trying to slide her. We just had to do this literally at the last minute. But Pat, we're going to get some food down there for you. Keep you busy.
We also have a cookie, well, we have a cookie table, we have a bake table. They're sort of different
Separate,
things.
okay.
But then we also have our kitchen divas, that I name them that. The ladies who cook in the kitchen, they're Diane Keith and Anna Fopiano and their friends, people who
Sure.
help them. But Anna makes the world's best corn chowder. And we're having corn chowder. I can give you the menu. It's a great lunch. Guess I don't have it on here. But I know we're having corn chowder, meatball subs, hot dogs, Greek salad, and of course drinks, water and soft drinks.
And that's to be purchased, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And what is the admittance price?
It's only $1.
$1
A
for
dollar
admission?
donation.
Okay.
Yes. Like I said, I did have it
You
there.
did. Right. You can do it again.
Okay, the menu is Anna's famous corn chowder, meatball subs, hot dogs, Greek salad.
Exactly as you had said it originally. From memory.
I want to say how grateful I am to all our volunteers. We have a list of probably 35 volunteers, and they show up and they do things. We had our basket day. We do raffles, and of course we have all these beautiful baskets. Well, Wednesday of last week was basket day, and people bring in their things, and everybody says, I don't know how to make a basket. Well, I don't either. But I figure once you put the cellophane on and a ribbon.
That's right. It's
It's
a basket. Right.
So all of these people came in, and they just, we have at this point over 40 baskets.
Fantastic.
And we, of course, have gift certificates from different people. There were just a few other things that I wanted to mention. Well, of course, I'd like you to know that we have plenty of parking.
Yes.
When the front parking lot is filled, you can go behind the building.
Exactly.
It's not a formal parking lot, but it's lots of space.
This is the Abington Senior Center we're talking about at 441 Summer Street
Yes.
in Abington.
My hands are moving.
You're doing fine.
And the raffle tickets, from memory, it's 1 for $1, 3. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
5 for $3.
5 for $3. Yeah. And I know there's 25 for $10. I missed some. I left something out.
Maybe 10 for $5 or something.
Probably. like
Don't
that.
quote us on that yet, though.
There are just a few things. I'd like everybody to come out. It's a good day. You see lots of friends,
Sure.
and you can start working on that Christmas list. You know, knocking some things off.
I know this is the 4th annual.
Yes.
And it's always been successful in the past. And there are unique gifts. I know one woman, I believe, has some pocketbooks that she's going to be making. And,
Yes.
And all the proceeds go to the Friends of the Abington Seniors Incorporated.
Yes. Yes.
And it's a great cause because nobody's in it here to make a buck. It's for the group.
Yeah.
It's to improve the quality of life of the seniors while they're there. And there are many programs. Suzanne Justberg, I believe, is the director
she's the
there.
director.
And there are many programs that the seniors benefit by funding from here. I know they have a computer lab.
Yeah, there's a computer lab. It's quite popular. That, I think, is through a grant or something. I'm not quite sure how that works.
But either way, it's an active group.
It is.
Right.
The parking lot fills up.
Yes.
You know, it's just really a lot of people come for that. But there are other things that go on there too. This cribbage is big there.
Yes, I've seen it firsthand.
Oh, yeah. And Monday is bingo day. And sometimes they have as many as 80 people there.
Wow.
You know.
That's
so
a load. That's right.
Yeah. And, another thing I wanted to mention, because I'm not sure that everybody knows about this, we, for the last few months, have had a bread day. We were approached by someone that said that Sudbury Farm, which is owned by Roach Brothers, give out bread every day. It's the day before bread. And, of course, that's great because nobody buys bread and eats it all the same day.
Exactly.
So, and it's great stuff. So on Thursday, we get lots of bread and pastries. Usually the pastries go to feed the bingo people, so they don't have to buy.
Right.
They don't have to buy the goods. So, but there's lots of bread. I know firsthand because I pick up the bread, and I have a pretty big car, and I have bread all over the place.
Filling the car up,
yes.
sure.
And everybody can come in and just get a loaf or more.
Oh, it's great because, like I said, nobody consumes bread in a day anyway. I have a family of 5.
Yeah.
And we don't consume it in one day. So day-old bread is nothing to be concerned
I
about.
know.
It's not stale
And
or anything.
It's wonderful.
And it's great that Roach Brothers does that because otherwise we'd just literally be thrown away.
Actually, I was told I met a truck driver there, and he asked me what I was doing, and I said I was taking the bread to the senior center, and he said, you know, he had been at another store. I won't name it.
Doesn't matter. Right.
But he said that there was some guy there who was just tearing up bread and throwing it in the trash. And he asked him why, and he said, because they have to.
Right.
They have to get rid of it. And that's too bad because
It's
there are an
quality food.
awful lot of people who could use it, you know.
On that note, I always want to remind people about the Abington Food Pantry. They're always willing to accept donations, and you know, this time of year now with the winter's getting here, people that have been spending money on food are going to have to direct maybe towards oil or gas or whatnot. So just keep that in mind while we're talking about food. To keep the Abington Food Pantry in mind, they're always willing to accept donations.
One other thing, we have a person in our Gifted Hands group who is a great teacher. And she has classes at the center on Monday mornings. They're $5 a lesson. You can't find that anywhere else. Her name is Rosemary Burns. And all you have to do is show up. And she's an excellent teacher, very patient. And I wanted to show a few things that you will see on the American Girl doll table this year. This is our first year of doing this.
Okay.
And I wanted to show you. These are just examples of some of the clothes. This one, they have petticoats.
Wow.
Sometimes they have panties, sometimes they don't.
Right.
And here are a couple of more things.
Oh, Halloween.
This is a Halloween outfit with a fully reversible cape, and she has a dress as well. This is a crocheted dress that's been very popular. People ask me to make this for them. And this is another little outfit. So all of you grandparents or parents who have a little girl with an American Girl doll, our clothes are very reasonable and they're very well made.
Sure. And they support a great cause. And you can do pretty much all your one-stop shopping right at
Yes.
the craft fair.
Yeah, just get all that little girl gift giving done.
Well, anything else we can think of that's this is coming up this Saturday, October 26th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Abington Senior Center, which is a 441 Summer Street. It's $1 admission donation. There will be food served, meatballs, hot dogs, corn chowder, and I'm missing one thing.
Greek salad.
Greek salad. You can tell my diet. Salads don't top the list. And all the proceeds go to the Friends of the Abington Seniors. So if you could make it down, they would love to see you. Any questions, you can call the Abington Senior Center.
781-982-2145.
Darlene, thanks again for all your help, and thanks for all the volunteers for putting this together. We can't list them because there'd be too many, and I know I'd forget one or two, and
Yeah.
I don't want to slight anyone. So thank you, all those volunteers. Before we go, Darlene, I just wanted to say I'm sorry to Pat Ballou again that she couldn't be with us. She's a star of the screen, and didn't get her opportunity this time, but we'll get her back another time. And Heidi at the Abington Public Library, there are many events going on there. I was trying to get a list of what's coming up soon. They have book discussions, they have the teen groups, they have the youth magicians come in. And so give them a call, check them on the computer under the Old Colony Library Network, and see what's going on, because there's always something going on at the Abington Public Library. That's it for today. Darlene, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it. We hope to thank all these citizens that might come out and visit you. Particularly, I wanted to thank Justin Shanahan, came in on his own time to put this together for us. And thank you. And if you have any news you want to give us, any fundraising events, it's Bob Toomey at 781-792-1957 is my home number. Feel free to give us a call. Thank you.
Thank you.